Paulie, Daniel Walker.
Right.
You're both going stateside. Fly out in 2 hours.
What for, sir?
Ask Colonel Doolittle.
The only pilots in the Army with combat experience. I need you for a mission I've been ordered to put together. You know what top secret is?
Yes, sir. It's the kind of mission where you get medals. But they send them to your relatives.
Top secret means you train for something never done before in aviation history. And you go without knowing where you're going. You do it on that basis or not at all.
I'll go, sir. I'll go too, sir.
The mission I'm asking you to volunteer for is exceptionally dangerous. Take a look at the man beside you. It's a good bet that in the next 6 weeks, you or he will be dead. Everyone brave enough to accept this, step forward.
What's up, G.I. Joe fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we have another cool one for you. Another blast from the past, all the way from 2001. We bring you Medal of Honor recipient Jimmy Doolittle. Let's bring this guy down. This is a Pearl Harbor themed figure from Hasbro, but it wasn't put in the Pearl Harbor collection at that time period. But nevertheless, I consider it a Pearl Harbor part of the Pearl Harbor collection series. It was just beautifully done, and as you heard from our opening audio scene from Pearl Harbor, the movie that came out, I believe, in 2000, it was just a phenomenal movie with Alec Baldwin, Ben Affleck, and just a cast of big name actors and actresses that really did a phenomenal job on the movie. And it's one of my favorite movies. I try to watch it maybe once or twice a year on DVD. But just G.I. Joe did a phenomenal job with these Pearl Harbor figures, and the Medal of Honor recipient Jimmy Doolittle was no exception. Just a beautifully done figure. The box is absolutely breathtaking. The artwork and craftsmanship that went into this box is just phenomenal. And let's open it up. Well, let's go around it real quick. I picked this up back in 2001 from Toys R Us. And here's his Jimmy Doolittle's equipment list. There's a picture. I would love that fact if they had this as a poster with the actual Jimmy Doolittle G.I. Joe figure here in the action pose here. And there he is with his jacket on. Just beautifully done. Let's go around. Let's go here. That's the same side. Let's open it up for you and give you a look here. And here's just a big, beautiful picture of the Medal of Honor, and with all of the back history on the Medal of Honor and the Pearl Harbor attacks, and what role Jimmy Doolittle actually played in it. He led a daring flight over Japan, where it was going to be one of those flights where, we have just enough fuel to get there, do what we have to do, and there is no coming back. it was one of those type of missions. And he and a lot of brave airmen took that challenge. And if you want, you could call it. It was essentially what it was a suicide mission. But this figure honoring Jimmy Doolittle is absolutely gorgeous. Just a beautiful head sculpt and likeness of the actual Jimmy Doolittle. Alec Baldwin played the role very well. Here's his jacket here. Get you some close-ups. Leather jacket here. Or whatever material they want to replicate leather, I should say. Here's his holster, pistol there, right there. Here's those dreaded rubber bands. But I've had this figure in our museum collection ever since 2001, and the rubber bands have held up pretty good. I hope they stay like that forever, because I love the fact that everything is so neatly placed. And that was just to get you a blown out shot here. Just how beautiful this set is. There's his hat. Garrison's hat. Here's his dog tags. Life vest. Every little detail that Hasbro paid attention to, every little detail. They missed nothing. This life vest is just beautifully made. This was really a deluxe type figure. Here's his parachute equipment set here. Parachute gear, I should call it. Here's his headphones right here. This set was expensive. This was on the $29.99 end of the figure line. So it was more of the deluxe figure line at $29.99. With tax, I think it came somewhere around $32, $33. So it wasn't cheap at all. So these is a fifth panel. You guys know I love these fifth panels. Just display so beautifully. So beautifully. As you can see, everything's factory sealed. Here's his Jimmy Doolittle's boots, and here's his machine gun here. You can see the bullet clips back there, the row of bullets here. He kind of put some different little paint scheme to the give it a worn effect on the machine gun here. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to the M.I.B. Master Museum channel. Please like and subscribe. Join the fun. But more importantly, join the M.I.B. family. This is what we're doing. We're down here in our museum, and we're just going over a beautiful figure, hanging out with Jimmy Doolittle today from our Pearl Harbor series here from Hasbro, G.I. Joe. We promised our G.I. Joe subscribers and G.I. Joe fans that we'll be bringing more G.I. Joes to them. It's beautifully done. Beautifully done. There's some type of different materials used, more shiny for that logo that was fixed on his jacket there. Pockets. And he's got the gung-ho grip hands. He was on the super articulated body. So you got everything with this figure. This figure was truly a deluxe figure for its time. Let's turn this box all the way around. This box still feels brand new. A little dust on it. And what I mean by that is that there's no wear to it. It's just like the day I bought it off of the toy store shelf at Toys R Us. And look at this, the back of this box. Absolutely gorgeous. There's Doolittle's plane. Watch the Pearl Harbor movie if you get a chance. It's just a fantastic, fantastic movie. And here's the other figures that you could purchase that back then. And we have all these guys in our museum collection. Let's get you a year. 2001. And there's our front cover artwork of Jimmy Doolittle. Guys, what do you think about our Jimmy Doolittle? Do you have this guy? There's an equipment list right here. Super Pulse, G.I. Joe. Are you looking for this guy? I would always say start with Coswell Collectibles first, and then I would go to eBay, because eBay gives you an excellent option to be able to pick and choose from the pictures that the sellers are putting online. So you can check the figure out. You can see the damage to the condition of the box and to the figure. So it gives you all those wonderful options. So eBay would be my second option, but first option is Coswell Collectibles, and then eBay, and then Amazon. I would go in that order for the most part. I had the luxury of actually purchasing mine all the way back in 2001 from the store, right off the toy store shelf. So that's ultimately the best way to do it. But, these figures are long since out of production and will never be made again. So, and we talked about this before in an earlier review with the Medal of Honor medals. They used to have them in 1/6 scale form for the actual figure, but they stopped producing them for whatever reason. I don't know why. Hasbro, as you can see, that his Medal of Honor is not in here, and I noticed that. I don't know why they stopped producing it. Maybe it was, they didn't have the rights or anything, something like that. But I think we talked about that with our John R. Fox video that we did on him about 6 or 7 months ago. Guys, we got more fun in store for you. You know the routine. God bless. And keep collecting.